So Ethereum, obviously a separate structural story there, but what's the broader outlook, and do we expect to see the recovery continue?
It does look like crypto is gaining momentum, and it's such a momentum-oriented space. But we are really off those lows around 19,000 from a couple months ago, and there's some relief because of that lower than expected inflation data. And people are saying you're starting to see a little bit more on-chain activity, so you might be seeing more people looking to get back in at this point. So overall, the momentum picture at least is looking pretty good for crypto right now. We're off the highs from earlier, from the weekend, but we're still, Bitcoin at 24,000 is still, higher than it was a couple months ago.
And yet, looking past the momentum, what is a long-term scenario here, given that, of course, we have seen cryptocurrencies really being supported by the risk rallies with easy money all across the world, and we now have very aggressive central banks all around?
Right. Well, it is going to be pretty dependent on the central banks and how, for instance, risky stocks are doing. The Bitcoin has been so correlated with the NASDAQ 100 in recent months. So it is probably going to fluctuate with the outlook for central bank tightening or easing. And it's going to just, it is a pretty volatile space still. Of course, you have things like, whether institutions will want to adopt, whether people will be taking cash from the sidelines, whether you get more adoption from retail generally. So there are a lot of overall factors playing into it. But yes, the central banks and their direction will be pretty key in coming months.
Joanna, does the upgrade to proof of stake for Ethereum create a greater definition between the role of Ethereum and the role of Bitcoin, perhaps making Bitcoin even more akin to gold?
Yeah, it will definitely change things. And actually, it is starting to make people say that Ethereum could come up and flip in Bitcoin, as they say, where it could actually become the dominant cryptocurrency. That's not really the base case at this point, but there is a lot of enthusiasm around Ethereum with the fact that this upgrade looks likely in the middle of September. So we have a date for it. It looks like things are on track. And so there's really a lot of enthusiasm right now about its potential to perform in the coming months.